where other kids came. Never had one. And that was okay. I didn't feel,
You had all those
As
siblings.
kids growing up, you had all the brothers and sisters.
yeah. No, I meant, when you'd have the school kids in or something.
So how would you have celebrated your birthday when you were a child? What did your family do?
Always, we got to say what we wanted for dinner. And Mother always made an angel food.
Uh-huh.
And what did you have for dinner?
Chicken. Fried chicken.
That was your favorite?
Everybody wanted fried chicken. Mother made the best fried
Right
chicken.
and lard.
With
Yum.
mashed potatoes and gravy?
That's the only way they did in those days. Lard.
And what would she do with the angel food? Would she frost it or?
Oh, yes, she had that 7-minute frosting, that big fluffy white stuff.
Okay.
That's always been a favorite. We worked and played so hard we didn't worry about getting too much weight or too much sugar. That was not a problem.
Did you milk the cows?
No, never. Dad and Mother always thought the girls ought to be ladies, and ladies don't milk cows. And don't do chores, although at times when we had to, we would help shock the wheat and the oats. But they didn't believe in making the girls do farmer things.
Tell about when the Banshee came to the farm.
Oh, that was something.
Listen, Lizzie. Lizzie, listen.
It was, I think, probably an early fall, and we had a grove of trees right behind. The house was here, and the back porch was here, across the driveway, and then there was a garage built there, and that was in the edge of the woods. The many, many trees on that woods. And we played there all the time, and all of a sudden one night, somebody, I think it was either my brother John or Joe, said, listen, what is that? And it was, I'm sure it was a screech owl of some kind. And he was behind the garage in the trees. We never could see him, but everybody was kind of afraid to go out and look. We didn't know what it was. And the story about Irish and the Banshee is the Banshee always calls somebody when they're ready to die. And, those stories varied much of the way and much of the time, depending on who was talking. But the Banshee was there to warn you that somebody was going to be dying. And it turned out to be, quite effective. I think the Irish are super suspicious people in the first place. And put a little liquor with it, it got pretty green.
So did somebody tell you that was the Banshee?
Yes, it sounds like a Banshee.
Who
My
told you
dad,
that?
my dad, and then his brother, my uncle Ed Lally, lived up the road. So they were called immediately, come down here and listen to this. And they got in their car and came down, and Ed agreed that it was a Banshee. But now at this time, their mother was pretty old, at least in her late 80s.
And your grandmother.
What?
What he said.
Their mother,
Grandmother.
Their
my
mother,
grandmother,
she said.
was in her late 80s, and of course the fear was that Grandma was going to die, but it didn't ring true for her, or at that time.
So how old were you when this happened?
I was probably in early high school, maybe 13, 14. No, I wasn't that old. The boys were in high school. So that was the story of the Banshee. We never did really hear
Did it
what it
scare
was.
you?
Oh, certainly.
They tell you to go in the house and hide or something?
No, we were all standing on the back porch and listening. I can hear it yet too. It was a very pronounced.
Fish didn't come back more than once.
Oh yes, it was there several nights. Yeah, several nights. And then of course, the word was out, and people were trying to listen and drive down the road and listen. But we never saw a bird that did it, or we never heard any more than that 1 week. It was there several nights, and that was the Banshee. And the very word was enough to scare anybody, because you don't know what's going to happen. But that was kind of an interesting thing. I've never heard anybody say anything since nor after that about it.
And the Banshee in Irish folklore is a ghost woman.
Is
It's
it?
a ghost of a woman who's died in unrequited love,
Okay.
or with a false love. And she haunts the man that betrayed her.
Played her false.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ban means woman, she means ghost or fairy. Fairy woman or ghost woman.